welcome to This Day for this Friday, July 8th. I'm Paul Ortiz. Thanks for joining us today on our program. We have a terrific show for you today. We're going to be talking with the Fit Brain Club, and today Sunshine Ludi will be joining us. And of course, a lot of you know Sunshine, who's been very active here in our community. And we have Sports Corner with Cole Young. He's going to be talking about the NBA free agency. A lot of things happening right now, a lot of big contracts being signed in the last couple of weeks as well. And we're also going to be talking about Wimbledon, which will be happening over the weekend. So a lot of different things. Nadal actually went out yesterday with an injury, so we'll see what Cole has to say about some of that. And then, of course, the NFL, big news yesterday, Baker Mayfield signing with the Carolina Panthers. So be sure and stay tuned for that a little bit later in our program. And let's go ahead and tell you about some of the meetings, which are none for today because it is Friday. There aren't too many meetings usually on a Friday here in our community. So we'll get right to the weather. It's going to be another beautiful weekend, nice temperatures. And we have that, morning haze once again this morning, and it seems to be clearing up about that 11:30 time frame. And it's going to be a beautiful weekend for y'all. And it's going to be a little warmer, obviously, as we get into tomorrow and Sunday. And then it looks like it's going to cool off just a little bit. Temperatures in that 80-degree range. Nice, comfortable temperatures overnight in the low 60s. If you're traveling this weekend, we have some wonderful weather for most of Southern California. Our local beaches will be 72 degrees with the low 63. San Diego, 71. If you're heading up to Santa Barbara, 72 degrees. Be sure and say hello to my daughter Alexis while you're up there. Palm Springs is going to be toasty. It's going to be 111 degrees out there. Tahoe, 80 degrees. Same with Big Bear in that 80-degree range, and Mammoth as well. Those are those mountain regions. But as you can see, you get into that desert area of Las Vegas, it's going to be about 110 degrees. And the worst thing is that overnight temperature of 83 degrees. It's pretty tough. So some warm temperatures throughout Southern California, but we're fortunate enough to actually have nice weather compared to most of the regions in the United States. Let's take a look at that sunrise sunset. Look at that. That was beautiful. That was actually last night. Debbie Dodson was nice enough to send that picture in. And we've had some beautiful sunsets in the last couple of weeks. Sunrise this morning was at 5:47 a.m. And our sunset this evening will be at 8:05 p.m. But we encourage you to send us some pictures. We'd love to hear from you and see some of the wonderful photography that you might have available that we can share with our viewers. Be sure and email that to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Well, we're going to be right back with more of our program. We're going to have Sunshine Ludi, and we'll be talking about the Fit Brain Club.
Dr. Bobby Awadala, double board certified dermatologist and Mohs surgeon, and I'd like to introduce you to Skin Credible Dermatology and Surgery. We perform general dermatology, including skin checks, suspicious spots or moles, and other skin problems. Plus, we have the highest cure rate for skin cancer removal. Our state-of-the-art facility is top of the line with industry-leading lasers and cutting-edge cosmetic products. Our goal is to turn back the years with a natural, beautiful look. Visit our website or give us a call to book your appointment today.
Welcome to OCI Care with Dr. Vyas, Laguna Woods' most trusted premium laser eye surgery and comprehensive ophthalmology center. Located in the heart of the Laguna Woods community, OCI Care specializes in laser cataract surgery, glasses-free cataract surgery, microscopic glaucoma surgery, diabetic eye checks, routine exams, and all your other eye care needs. Dr. Vyas and the OCI Care staff believe in one-on-one care and the patient-physician relationship. Come in for your appointment today for a lifetime of better vision.
As we advance through the years, challenges in our daily activities arise. Lake Forest Services hire caregivers that go through stringent screening and compliance processes for assistance in all daily activities. Qualified veterans may also receive care as a VA benefit. We also provide full-service palliative and hospice care through Lake Forest Hospice. Our medical director and his team accommodates house calls to those in need. We exist to create seamless transitions that enhance quality of life.
Number one reported accident for a senior is a fall.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. If you've taken a bad fall or your balance isn't what it used to be, it's time to try 60 Up. It's safe, it's effective balance training that can get you back on your feet in as little as 3 weeks, like it did me.
If you have balance, strength, or mobility issues, you need 60 Up.
Within a couple weeks, my balance has improved.
If you're feeling scared, you need 60 Up.
It works.
Go to 60up.com. That's the number 60up.com.
It changed my life, and it can change yours too.
Well, joining us on the program now is Sunshine Ludi, and of course, a lot of you know her because she's done a lot of work here in our community, and she not only does work in the entertainment field, but she obviously helps us with our mental capacity, and that's the Fit Brain Club. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
This Fit Brain Club, you've actually had it for quite a few years now, and it's really getting some traction. I think obviously Alzheimer's in our brain, and especially as we age, is such an important factor in how we get around. So
it truly is.
People don't realize it's actually something we need to work on.
Right. You know, we started as the Alzheimer's Club. Mm-hmm. That was when it was under Alzheimer's, the parent company.
Yeah, right.
When it went to Alzheimer's Orange County, we became Alzheimer's OC. And I always thought about changing the name of the club because to some people that name, a lot of people, is very, they don't want to talk about it.
No, they don't.
And one day, Mark Odom from Alzheimer's OC said, you know, we were thinking we wanted to change the name. I said, well, so do I.
Right.
They had a contest to come up with what people thought would be a really good name.
Yeah.
And he called me back about a month later with a couple of choices, and I said, I like Fit Brain. It's a good name.
Yeah.
So,
like you mentioned, a lot of people just don't want to talk about it, but even their family members and friends, they just kind of ignore these certain signs. Bruce Willis, when he was having his cognitive issues on the set, you know, most people just said, well, he's a spoiled movie actor. Well, he just couldn't remember, and he couldn't find his place.
Right,
yeah,
right.
It happens. So
yep.
It's important that everybody, you know, be a part of this, and that's why it's so important that you continue that hard work.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I am trying.
Let's talk about some of the things that are going on. You have something that's coming up on Monday.
We sure do. Okay. So that's, you know, it's always the second Monday of the month, and this month it happens to be July 11th. So just a few days from now, we're going to be meeting live, like we usually do, in the art room in Clubhouse number 1. And we do that at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we always have this free for people who want to come. You know, it's Alzheimer's OC that provides all the wonderful speakers. I mean, they just do such a great job of it. The only thing we ask is that when they come in, there's a table on the left, and we really need them to sign in with their name and their address and their phone number and their email. That's all we need. So if they're willing to do that, we're willing to have them there for free. And not only that, we have Adapt to It. They've been the sponsor for quite a long time, and they provide free refreshments.
There you go.
Yeah. And Dan Daly, who is often with me when I'm doing these discussions, is always at the meetings, or if he can't make it for some bizarre reason, there's another representative, and they're always so willing to answer any and all questions. So, you know, I am the president of the Fit Brain Club, and my main duty is to promote it in every way that I can. And so I figured, well, as the president of the Fit Brain Club, I better have some ways to keep my brain fit.
Right.
So here's one of my favorite ways, is, you know, I sing songs every Friday over at the, well, I'm not at the Healthy Aging Center, and I like that name so much better than their original name. But at any rate, we're on their big screen TV because we're doing it through Zoom. And so I have to get my songs ready every month. Fortunately, these last few weeks when I've been kind of under the weather, I got a team that kicked in and just did it, so it was good.
Great.
But so I have a lot of songs that I know the lyrics until I go to sing them. So I always have to work on the lyrics every week to make sure that I do a decent job. And then I like to do a new song every once in a while.
Right.
And I heard this song, and I kept hearing these phrases in my brain. It's like Bruno Mars made it famous. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And you know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. And I could hear the melody for those.
Sure.
But I didn't know any of the rest of the song. So first, I had to learn the melody. Well, it wasn't easy either. And then, those are the words.
Yes.
There's a lot of words, and they go really fast.
Right.
It was a challenge,
Yes.
a big challenge, but I did it. I had fun, I liked it.
And that's part of that whole process of the Fit Brain is there's some kind of activity. It's almost like homework, right?
Right.
You know, people used to like to do puzzles a lot.
Yes.
And then now we have our phones and there's so many different apps. They may seem like silly games, but actually they're really good games to kind of keep your brain active and kind of make you think. Even Words with Friends is something to keep on, working your brain, and people don't realize that it's really effective and they should probably continue it.
But, and of course you can use cheat devices. I get to the place sometimes that names are really, really impossible for me to get. Paul, I got it. Yeah, you got a cheat sheet underneath my computer that has all the people that I contact regularly, that when I go to think of them, sometimes I can't think of them. I'm going through old emails trying to find who they are.
Right.
So I don't have to do that anymore because I made my cheat sheet.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It sure does.
That's great. So you meet on the second Monday of each month, and you're going to be meeting at 10 o'clock, I believe, and that's going to be over there where at Clubhouse 1?
In the art room.
In the art room.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
And let's talk briefly about your speaker, Allison.
Yeah, Allison Leitrit is done quite a few seminars with our group. And she starts by giving an overview of ways to keep your mind healthy, which includes body. It includes, what you eat, when you sleep, and all these really important things that contribute to a healthy brain. And so she gives an overview of that. And then she brings some paper and pencil exercises.
Great.
And, they're at various levels. And mostly she brings ones that are at a little bit more simplistic level so that at least everybody can do a little bit of them. And then sometimes she'll have maybe even 3, and passes out pencils and gives time for people to do it, and then gives the answers in class.
Right.
So it's a fun exercise. I enjoy it.
Right, so that's nice too because it's more interactive. It's not just someone reading a PowerPoint slide to everyone and you kind of zone out anyways, but that's pretty nice. So that's going to be on Monday, that's July 11th. You're going to be over at Clubhouse 1 in the art room, about 10 o'clock. And all they're asking of you is to just fill out the form once you get in there about your name and where you live, and of course also
your phone number and
your
your
email address.
Yep.
So if you want more information, be sure and give Sunshine a call. That's at 268-6454, or you could always email her at sunshineludy@gmail.com.
Right.
And you even have your own little website, fitbrain.us.
Oh, we sure do.
Great.
We have all the club meetings there. They go back quite a long ways, but we have the latest one on top so that you can get the latest information. We even have a link to the special shows that the Sunshine Performance Club has done for the Healthy Aging Center.
Right.
So there's special, I think 13 special shows that we've done that they can link to and watch them on their TV.
Right, absolutely. And your organization, the Sunshine Variety Show, has been very supportive of Alzheimer's and all these different foundations and charity efforts that you all put together.
Yeah, we worked really hard to raise lots of money for these organizations.
Important. Yes. Yeah, it's very important. Well, thanks again for joining us today on the program. Hopefully we see Dan and you the next time you show up, but we want to encourage our residents to be there on Monday, July 11th. They're meeting over there in Clubhouse 1 in the art room about 10 o'clock. A nice presentation by Allison LaRich, and then refreshments from Adapt to It, and great information. So don't let it hinder you just because it's an interesting and a difficult subject at times.
Right.
But it's very important that we all reach out and get the help if we need it, or even to help a neighbor or a friend.
Oh, and the reason why we want to have all that information is, number one, we want to be able to remind people of meetings that are coming up.
Right.
But number two, the only way I can remain a club is I have to turn in a roster to the recreation center. If I don't have names and telephone numbers and addresses,
Right.
I can't be a club.
Absolutely.
So
So let's get out there and help out, right? Thanks so much for joining us on the
Thank you.
program. Well, don't go anywhere. Our Cole Young is going to talk about sports right after this break.
Diane's Hallmark in Laguna Niguel is now an Elam's Hallmark, and we are excited to be part of your community. We have just remodeled, and you will be surprised by the wide variety of fashion and accessories, home decor, collectibles, Disney, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, along with the largest Hallmark card selection in town. Stop in today and sign up for our Crown Rewards program and get a free Just Because card. Once a member, you can get a free card once a month. Elam's Hallmark, your neighborhood gift store.
I would like my patient to have a very positive experience, one that they feel comfortable, they feel it's a safe environment. For me, I feel a personal relationship is the most important, more than the actual dentistry itself. I can earn their trust and they can feel comfortable, and it allows me to do my job the best. And that means a lot to me.
Another week in the books and another Summertime Friday has arrived. I'm Cole Young, and there's a lot to cover in this week's edition of Sports Corner, so I'll get right to it. Major news broke out last week in the world of college sports. USC and UCLA will be leaving the Pac-12 conference to join the Big Ten. USC has been in the Pac-12, formerly the Pac-10, conference for 100 years, and UCLA for 94. The Pac-12 released a statement saying they were extremely surprised and disappointed by the two schools' decisions to leave the conference. Ultimately, it seems the decision boiled down to finances. The schools believe they can generate more revenue in a different conference. The two schools will begin play in the Big Ten Conference as early as 2024, as USC and UCLA have a grant of rights tied to the current Pac-12 television contract, which expires after the 2023 football season and the 2023-2024 school year. The conference now relies heavily on the University of Oregon as well as the University of Washington to be the faces of the conference. Just last year, University of Texas as well as University of Oklahoma also left their Big 12 conference to join the SEC. This situation, as well as the one from last year with Oklahoma and Texas, makes fans wonder, what will the landscape of college sports look like in years to come? Will there even be conferences anymore? Will the current conferences rearrange entirely? It's an interesting situation that's just in its beginning stages. I, for one, am interested to see how the Trojans and Bruins will compete in this new football conference, especially against major powerhouse teams like Michigan or Ohio State. One positive outcome, if you're a USC or UCLA fan, you will get treated to earlier games a lot more often, instead of the all-too-common 7 or 8 p.m. kickoff time that SoCal fans are used to. Over in the world of tennis, the 2022 Wimbledon tournament is still raging on. Here's a look at the men's singles bracket. Sad news came out of the men's semifinals when two-time Wimbledon champion Rafael Nadal pulled out of the remainder of the tournament after suffering a torn abdominal muscle. This means Australian Nick Kyrgios will be facing 6-time Wimbledon champion Novak Djokovic in the final round of the tournament. Djokovic is looking to win his 4th straight title and 7th since 2011. Over on the women's side of the bracket, Elena Rybakina will be facing Tunisia's Ons Jabeur for the women's finals on Saturday morning. Neither of these women have ever made it to the final round of Wimbledon, so a new champion will also be crowned in the women's side of the bracket this weekend. It is weird to see a Wimbledon women's finals without either of the Williams sisters, Venus or Serena, because at least one, if not both of them, have been in the finals 16 times in the last 20 years. Tune in this weekend to see which players will come out on top and be crowned champion at Wimbledon. While we wait for NFL season to start, breaking news that most fans were pretty much expecting came out on Wednesday morning. Former #1 overall pick Baker Mayfield has been traded from the Cleveland Browns to the Carolina Panthers for a conditional draft pick. Mayfield requested a trade from Cleveland after the team signed Deshaun Watson to a massive, record-breaking $230 million contract. The team initially denied Mayfield's request, keeping him on the roster, as the future for Watson is a bit murky as he faces several lawsuits. However, Mayfield has finally been freed from the Browns and will join a young team with potential in Carolina. On the other end of the deal, the Panthers trade comes with a few questions. Mayfield joins a Panthers team that already has Sam Darnold, who the team acquired from the New York Jets at the start of last season. The Panthers also drafted Matt Corral out of Ole Miss in the 3rd round of this year's draft. Now, Mayfield and Darnold, who competed with each other to become the #1 pick in 2018, will compete again in training camp alongside a talented rookie to become the starter of the Panthers offense. Mayfield is coming off of a rocky season which saw him tear his labrum and his non-throwing shoulder in week 2. Mayfield elected against having surgery and played the remainder of the year, and the Browns would finish 8-9 and miss the playoffs. When Mayfield is healthy, he can be a dangerous quarterback. If that shoulder is healed and NFL superstar Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy, the Panthers will have a pretty talented offense. The cherry on top of this whole trade, though, the Panthers and Browns play each other week 1 of the NFL season. Speaking of free agents, last week I reported that Kyrie Irving opted into his contract with the Brooklyn Nets. I said that this means Kyrie will be staying with Brooklyn, and while that is an option, it's not 100% guaranteed. Last weekend, both Irving and Kevin Durant expressed their willingness to be traded out of Brooklyn. Durant named Phoenix and Miami as 2 of his top destinations, while rumors still circulate Irving will be going to the Lakers. However, some league officials believe teams would have to give up way too much to receive either one of these players. This theory was cemented after the Minnesota Timberwolves gave up guards Patrick Beverley, Malik Beasley, forward Jared Vanderbilt, along with guard Leandro Balmoro, and the draft rights to center Walker Kessler, and Minnesota's 2023, 2025, 2027, and 2029 first-round picks, and a 2026 first-round pick swap. The phrase paid an arm and a leg gets thrown around a lot, and Minnesota gave up about 4 arms and 8 legs for Rudy Gobert. But going back to the Durant and Irving, this trade sets a very high precedent. If Utah could receive all of these players and all of these picks, Brooklyn should ask for double that amount for either Irving or Durant. It's not completely out of the question, though, and we still could see one, if not both, of these superstars with new teams at the start of next season. There's so much going on across all major sports, so make sure to tune in to some of the exciting games, matches, races, and so much more this weekend. I'm Cole Young. Enjoy another weekend of beautiful weather, and I'll see you next time on Sports Corner.
When you have confidence in your retirement future, you can live the life you've always imagined. Because of planning, you now have time to reflect on the wonderful memories of your life. You and your spouse finally have the luxury of leisure time together. To spend fun times with your grandkids, sharing the joy of their excitement about life. Smiling at the thought of quality time with your children and of picking up the check. At last, you have time to breathe and rekindle the love of your life. Why? Because you imagined what could be. You planned for retirement. So today, you own your future.
Well, today is Friday, so we hope you'll tune in at 2 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and it is our Friday Films. We try to bring you some classic films, some international films, foreign films, and just a kind of a unique variety of films. And today we're going to be showing you The Quiet Man, and this is starring John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara, and that's going to start at 2 o'clock. And we thank our sponsor, Memorial Care, for helping us out with that. And be sure and realize that sometimes when we show subtitles, it's a lot easier to watch those films when you turn that closed captioning off. But that's going to be today at 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And of course, we have films for tomorrow as well. That's going to be our Saturday movie. This is The Carey Treatment, and you've never seen a doctor like Dr. Carey, and it's called The Carey Treatment, another classic from back in the earlier days, and that's going to be sponsored by Harvard Eye Associates, located right across the street from our community here in Laguna Woods. So terrific films for Friday and Saturday. We also have, of course, the Round the World with Nellie Bly. And this is the Festival of Arts that's in Laguna Beach, and it's the Pageant of the Masters, and that just started on July 5th. It'll run all the way until September 2nd. But I do encourage you to get tickets. It is a very popular program. It does start, you know, pretty late, 8:30. They want to wait for that sun to go down and put on a wonderful presentation. And you can give them a call at 800-487-3378 or go to pageanttickets.com to get your tickets for that wonderful event to our neighbor, Laguna Beach. Also, we have a couple other things happening here in our community, and that's the Kids Summer Splash Days. That's actually today, and that's going to start at noon if you're watching our morning program. And that'll last until 4 o'clock over there at Pool 2. That's right there at Clubhouse 2 in that parking lot with the 19 restaurant. And that is always sponsored by the Recreation Department. A wonderful time to bring your grandkids and have a good time over there at the swimming pool. And also they're having some wonderful events. It's not just swimming in the Clubhouse 2 pool, but they have a water slide, games, and ice cream floats. I think I might walk over there as well. And give them a call if you have any questions at Recreation 597-4286. A great time to bring your grandkids and show off your wonderful community. We got one more. This is the Queen Nation. We will rock you. Queen, they're coming to the Performing Arts Center. That's going to be Saturday, August 20th. That's at 7 o'clock. Tickets are $20, $25, and $30, and they're on sale now at the Performing Arts Center box office. Queen Nation, the West Coast's longest running, most authentic tribute band, brings the unparalleled energy of the 70s and 80s of the wonderful Queen concerts. I was fortunate enough to see Queen over here at Verizon, it was called, I believe, at that time. And the interesting thing, Elton John actually opened for them. It was a wonderful evening. I actually took Cole Young's dad with us, with me actually. Cole's young dad and myself actually attended that concert. It was a wonderful performance and great memories of Queen performing here in Irvine. It was a really good show, so I imagine you're going to love this show. Well, speaking of shows, let's take a look outside. It's beautiful out there. You can see temperatures are going to be in the low 80s. Overnight in the 60s. Looks like that haze is starting to slowly dissipate, and it's going to be another kind of warm day. So if you're out there playing tennis or playing pickleball or playing golf, be sure and wear your sunblock, wear a hat, and it's going to be in the 80s here for the next couple of days, and we'll see if the temperatures start to cool off here on Tuesday. Nice, comfortable overnight temperatures there. And of course, if you're traveling, there's some wonderful temperatures in the local area, and as you can see, we get into that desert area of Palm Springs and Las Vegas, well into the triple digits. But if you're traveling, you know, say to San Diego or even Laguna Beach, you're going to have some beautiful temperatures in the low 70s. And then overnights in the 60s. So it's going to be a beautiful weekend here in Southern California. If you have friends or family, it is summertime. Be sure and show off your wonderful community and the surrounding communities as well. So enjoy the rest of your day in Laguna Woods. I'm Paul Ortiz, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. Remember me? I'm the king of whoopee. And you're watching Village Television. But everybody does.
Claire Trevor School of the Arts is UC Irvine's creative laboratory. From the most traditional of art forms to the radically new, we explore and develop the arts as the essence of human experience and expression. We're poised right now at a pivotal moment, as Trevor School is just emerging in its newest form. We have a brilliant future, and we're just getting started.